Hello everyone, and welcome to Long Live the Queen. With me is...
Ximan.
And I am your host as always, WampaOnRoids. So I think, and this isn't like 100% certain, I think that this is a 40-week game.
Wow.
Like as in it goes for 40 weeks. And we're on week 31.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's check here.
Alright.
Yeah, we're wearing that outfit. Okay, what should we learn? I really like the idea of sense magic, lore. I want to get the rest of these mystical ones up.
I think so.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you just copying what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Am I being rude?
Maybe.
Oh.
Alright. Classes, done. Your understanding of the flow of power gives you increased resistance to damage caused by magic. Even without a shield, you can still be hurt, but less than an ordinary human would be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we learned all we can on resist magic. It is now believed that strong magical power attracts danger. Therefore, after the Doom Shadow was banished, the crystals of the fallen dukes and duchesses were destroyed. Only the crown and the Duchy of Ursul maintain active lumens. As you are walking through the great hall, a freak gust of wind blows out all the candles in the room.
An omen of war and danger.
There's no sign of where the danger might be coming from, so there's nothing you can do about it. Perhaps it's nothing? Okay, so... what should we do this week? Should we go to the barracks? I don't think we've done that.
Yes, we can have a try.
Alright. You are impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. There are approximately 9 battalions and 1 platoon under your direct command. Okay. Skills. Let's see here.
Wow.
Let's see here. Divination. Sense magic. Let's do strategy and, strategy and divination. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Because we just learned about that war and death are going to be coming to our lands.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 Just gonna get really close to my face, I see. Lumen. I said divination, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said divination. Okay. Classes done. You study the stars and learn about the omens they hold, with warnings that the stars are seen by all and their portents may not be meant for you.
Mm-hmm.
You learn that priestesses have other ways of requesting omens from the gods, but that they won't share them with someone not initiated into the mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You learn about how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength throughout the proximity and covering of weaknesses. You study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain and for both offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can use the barracks.
Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on the edge, right? We need something cheerful.
You could hold a tournament.
Wow, what a good idea, Meow. Knights, jousting, musicians, all sorts of competitions. Everyone loves a contest.
What will you offer as prizes to the winners? Status and praise, employment, or gold?
Gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
Why not? Why don't we just, employ these people?
Okay.
So then we'll have the best in the entire duchy working for us.
Okay. Yes, sir. The winners will have the option of taking up royal appointments. It's a recruitment drive.
Very well, I will draft the announcements. You leave him to his work. As you move through the hall, your eye falls upon a vase of flowers. Pretty, but apparently not getting enough water. The leaves on one side of the blossom have shriveled.
A leaf killed by a secret weakness, a hidden threat.
A hidden threat.
A hidden threat.
You continue up the stairs to your room where a maid is waiting for you.
My lady, a gift has arrived from Kegel.
Kegel?
Kegel.
It's that thing that you do with your vagina.
What?
You never heard of Kegel exercises?
No.
They make your vagina powerful.
Oh, it's like...
In order so it can like snap break rocks and like...
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, from the Duke.
No, my lady. A merchant house. I believe it was sent from a shipment down the Kavala River. Oh wait. I think that's also you. My bad.
Oh, whatever.
You tear open the brightly covered paper to find...
Chocolates!
Oh no. There's a little box. I hope we don't get poisoned. There's a little card with the box. Our compliments. The House of Kralat. Save it for later.
Okay.
I do not want us to get poisoned by chocolate. From a bunch of people we don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so now we can go to the barracks whenever we want.
Okay.
Let's see here. What should we do?
What's the mood now?
The what?
Mood.
Mood is... Pressured is high. Willful and yielding is balanced. Slightly depressed. Slightly afraid.
We should make the princess be cheerful.
Cheerful? Alright. Cheerful, lonely and cheerful. Lonely, yielding and cheerful. Let me just check. Less depressed equals more cheerful, so if we do attend services, that will like be one more cheerful.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart.
Wow. Interesting.
That's nice.
Wow, she looks very...
She looks like she needs to poop.
What? Weird.
Don't say I'm weird, you're weird.
No, you are.
No, you are.
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 Meow.
Who says the girl who just made a cat sound? Alright, classes. What should we take? Sense magic and meditation?
Yeah.
Alright, meditation.
So
Sense magic.
So our goal is full of these classes, right?
Yeah. We've almost become a full magician girl.
Okay, got it.
I'm sorry, am I not entertaining enough? I'm just kidding. You discover that if you put yourself into the right frame of mind, your entire body begins to glow faintly. Whoa, that's pretty hardcore. You discover that if you put yourself in the right frame of mind, you can see with your eyes closed. You discover that if you put yourself in the right frame of mind, you can sense things happening in nearby rooms, even behind closed doors. We can see things through doors.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. What?
Just staring at you. Alright. You expand your senses, learning to detect spells, magical creatures at a greater distance. You learn to detect lingering traces of strong magic from the past, even when the spell has long since completed. You can learn nothing more about sense magic. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased to see if you participate in their games. However, it would expose you to danger. No.
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 What event do you wish to take part in? Mounted parade, jousting, fencing, archery, music, falconry. None? We can't do any of these things well.
Yeah, I think so. I guess I would just watch from my tower. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Dear princess.
The tournament goes on without you. After the tournament, a minor tragedy is revealed. One of the stewards apparently had an incredible sweet tooth and dared to steal a piece of your recently received chocolates. He had a sweet tooth.
Wow.
The chocolates were poisoned. I told you.
Oh.
I knew this would happen.
Wow, really? Like, if I were a princess, I would die then.
Yeah.
Because
You just eat all the chocolate?
Yeah, yeah, it's yummy. Yummy, yummy.
Especially in the medieval times, there's nothing good to eat.
Okay.
Actually, this isn't the medieval times. This is actually more closely related to the Victorian period. Whatever, I don't care. When you ask questions, it turns out the merchant house, which supposedly sent you this present, never existed.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who.
Wow.
That's not
Poor
good.
princess.
Want to talk to our magic teacher?
Yeah, sure. There's something I don't understand.
What is it?
Magical powers are connected to lumen crystals, right?
That is correct.
But I can make myself glow by concentrating the right way, and it doesn't feel like it uses the crystal at all.
Let me see. You concentrate and your skin begins to glimmer. Can you make that noise again? Alright, that's what I think it'll sound like. You're right. It's not proper magic. It's something else.
Is that bad?
She holds her hands above your shoulders, begins slowly down along your arms. I sense no danger. Ignore it. It's a distraction. Drop the subject or keep pushing?
Keep pushing?
Keep pushing it is.
Yeah.
There are a million magical... oops.
And keep going, huh?
There are a million magical secrets I don't know, but I'm trying to learn.
This one affects me personally. I need to know what's causing it.
Very well. If I had to guess, I suspect it has to do something to do with your mother's powers.
Whoa.
She was already a lumen when she bore you. Some small trickle of that energy may have passed into you.
Wow. So the daughter of an active lumen might have strange powers.
That is hardly a power. It's a quirk. It's nothing worth wasting time on. Well.
She's like...
Let's see here. Skills. Alright, so we've maxed out our mysticality.
Oh.
We've done everything we can. Do you want to... Now what should we work on more?
More military?
More military stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll do logistics and strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, let's do logistics and naval strategy.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Are you sleepy?
No! I don't dare to.
You study the cost, time, and materials required to construct new strips. You study blockades, both setting them and breaking them. You learn more about the support costs created by support. The more equipment you have, the more people and animals are needed to move them, and then those people and animals are needed to be fed and equipped. You learn about the difficulty of obtaining new supplies from the field. Enemy civilians may hide, destroy supplies rather than let them fall into your hands, and friendly civilians may not stay friendly if robbed. It's you.
My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming.
You find your father standing over a map of the coastline. His face is grave. Ships have been sighted on approach from Shangia.
Shangia.
Not trade ships. This is a war fleet.
Wow. What?
Within a country, they'll be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could even reach the capital.
Then we will fight to defend ourselves.
You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. Recruit soldiers or don't?
Recruit.
Recruit?
Yeah, recruit. Fine, we'll do that. What about Talis? We can call on any troops from Sendina. Wow.
Send a message, but even if he agrees, it will take time for his soldiers to mobilize. You will need to draw up a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as a personal admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference. I would strongly advise against it. I think we might direct the fleet. We've actually been learning a lot about things.
The risk is mine to take.
You have your mother's heart.
Well,
There's one more thing. I hesitate to ask, but
I'll just tell her.
an invasion. This is the worst sort of disaster for a Lumen's power. May be worth the cost. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reach our waters, many lives would be saved.
I don't know any magic that could sink a whole fleet. I will have to talk to my mentor.
You find Duchess Ursula in her guest quarters.
A fleet from Shenzhen is attacking us. Is it possible to sink them all with magic?
It's easy enough to attack one soldier, one ship, as a demonstration, but to obliterate an entire fleet? You would need an immense amount of power spread over a large area, more than any one lumen could control. If you tried to raise that much power yourself, you would die. Not could, would.
So it's hopeless. We would just have to rely on our soldiers.
Let's go tour the barracks. Just because, 10 battalions, 1 company, 1 platoon. Alright. Thanks. Skills. Let's up that, naval strategy.
Yeah. Go on.
Alright, let's go with classes, naval strategy, and logistics again. Because we're gonna get to 100 naval strategy plus our outfit. Alright. You study the effect of cannons against coastal installations such as enemy docks and seaside villages. You study how to determine when to jettison or destroy excess goods for speed and how to avoid overreaching. Okay, we got this. Danger on the high seas, boys. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. No. We're bad at climbing. The Shanjians have half as many troops as you do. Or have half again as many troops as you do, so I think it's like 50% more than us. Your skill in long-range magics makes you effective as a cannon, and more maneuverable. But there are too many ships for you to take out each one out individually. The eventual outcome is not in our favor. Dang it! The Novan ships are sunk or scattered as the Shanjian forces press forward towards landfall. Your grasp of strategy allows you to recognize when the tipping point is passed and order your remaining vessels to retreat before they are all destroyed. This saves lives, but it means leaving the Novan approach completely unguarded. Many good soldiers were lost today.
Wow,
and Novan's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Shanjian fleet will soon land, and their troops will begin to progress toward your capital city. Of course, your soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. Oh, well, that's no good. So that's not good. What should we do? Should we talk to our teacher?
Psst. I need to talk to you. Psst.
What is it?
That's Priestess Celine. She's a woman. I can sense it.
I know.
What do you mean, you know? If you know that, why didn't you tell me?
You didn't need to know. Your job is managing the domain. Some of us have other duties. Our missions have been passed down for centuries, little princess.
Where did she get a crystal? All the lumens in domain were supposed to have been wiped out 200 years ago. Except for your ancestor.
We are here to train you. You don't need to know any more than that.
Yeah, orders to explain.
Order her to explain, got it.
You are supposed to obey me. I order you to tell me everything you know. Wow, powerful.
That would require more time than we have available. If you survive, you will learn. Man, we got angry. We're very angry. Look at us. Look at our eyebrows. They're so pointy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should we do now that our military has been kicked around?
Should we finish other 2 military classes?
I don't know if that'll be helpful, but sure. Let's work on it. Strategy and logistics. Strategy, logistics. Let's go. You study the power of ranged weapons from arrows thrown, fire, and sand, and how much of a threat these such attacks can shift the enemy's response. You study the use of cavalry in battle, as well as the costs and benefits of traveling with large animals. You learn about how to calculate enemy war preparations based on movement of goods within their lands. Armies do not spring up fully formed overnight. You study the benefits of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on these civilians. You learn how to calculate effective military strength wanes over distance at a home position as it becomes more difficult to put pieces into play. The invasion of Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Shanjian control. Soldiers have marched through villages, trampling fields, and frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Sanjia has requested the access to the castle to discuss terms. Stop trying to distract me.
Target.
Most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem you have no choice. Almost no choice. Your fiancé, Duke Tolerist of Sedna, has sent you a message.
Wow, cool.
He does not personally command enough soldiers to turn the tide against this invasion, but his king in Talas is eager to discuss a formal alliance. If you flee the capital now, you should be able to evade the army and reach the Talasian border. Meet with diplomats or run away from our country.
Meet.
Meet? Okay, I think that's the right thing to do. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with the representatives from Shanjia. You expected diplomats and a military representative, a general, or an admiral. You did not expect a handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you, Togami, king of the Shanjia.
Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? And he's a woman too. Wow.
My dear young lady.
He's like pretty cool.
How difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age.
Don't pretend to be my friend while you're killing my people.
Temper, princess. After all, I'm here to save your people.
Can this princess repick her fiance?
Repick the fiance? Maybe. I mean, hey, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood.
What sorts of game?
It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. No shit, Sherlock. I propose a formal duel. My powers against... Oh my god, we've got this guy.
Oh, really?
My powers against yours. Remember when we maxed out our powers?
Oh, yeah, really? Oh, yeah.
The winner takes control of Nova. The loser dies.
Your game by your rules. For my life, that doesn't sound fair to me.
The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes.
Why should I?
If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal Lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion, even if I win.
Really?
That doesn't sound that nice of him. He's just gonna, stop going to war against the country he already owns.
Yeah.
I swear it by the gods, Nova will be free and safe.
Why take that risk? You are winning the war.
It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal.
Wow.
To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin?
I can sense his power is so strong.
He's so powerful.
I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have?
Uh-oh. Accept his terms, boys. I think... You remember?
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna fight him as a Lumen.
Then I must.
Kogami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards, which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger.
Well.
What are you writing? Oh, that's really sweet.
I love you. I love you, Wampa.
Wa-ani?
我也爱你.
Let's see here. Protecting bystanders from danger. And then it is time to begin. You trade attacks, one spell, sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible.
Wow.
It might almost be exciting if your life wasn't on the line. You need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks. He may not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard. Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you could focus that power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe if you could distract him somehow, you could cast a spell that he couldn't block? Oh, fuck. I don't know. So magic sword or dazzle him.
What is dazzle?
Like, confuse. Or distract. We did not learn a lot about swords.
So dazzle him.
Dazzle him? Alright. You throw out a dazzling shower of sparks hoping to blind him and seize the advantage. It doesn't work.
Wow.
Swirls of dark smoke from the floor at your feet, spinning around you like a black hurricane. You know you have to stop it, but how? It's all around you. There's nothing to target. Faster and faster it spins, making it hard to believe until finally everything goes dark. Oh.
What the hell? The princess died?
Yeah.
Seriously? Really? The end.
Fuck. Elodie did not survive to reach her coronation. Nova would have to go on without her. But it doesn't have to end this way. Make different choices, train different skills, and Elodie's star may rise again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So this is your turn to try.
I guess, maybe we will.
Quit.
Yeah, we're gonna quit. That was sad. Oh, oops.
Oh, it's literally quit.
It actually quit.
Oh,
well,
just
guys,
kidding. I just want kidding. We can try quit.
Stay safe.
Have fun. I literally have fun.
Try to make it to your coronation, and remember one of those things is more important than the others.
Bye.
Bye.